thank you so much, Valerio. We are ready to listen to your second micro lecture of the workshop number 7.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Today, I would like to introduce in a very short way my last book, and my last book is the City of Imagination. This is the conversation we will have today with trees, the relationship between city spaces, architecture, and trees. So I will show you some photos I took around the world in which we can see a kind of strange combination or relationship or cohabitation or whatever you want between. We are in the very area, and you can see the strong relationship that this tree has with this very old building. So they are connected each other. And here we are in China. I think the city is Guangzhou, and you can see how, again, this tree is so connected with the building. And we can have many examples. Again, we are in and see how this tree is growing into the architectural system, integrated. And so what I like from this picture, it is in Beijing, and they have decided to destroy this village to do a park, and the only things they preserve are these big trees that in the past were part of the public space of this village. And we are in Guangzhou, and I think these two pictures are two beautiful pictures in which this wall and this pavilions on top of these high walls are combined with these two trees in the two corners of this pavilion. And in this case, the combination between trees and the city and the building is something so strong and interesting. So going around the world, I usually do some sketches and drawings of the city I visited, but these drawings are not the representation of the cities themselves, but they are interpretation. For this reason, the title of the book is The City of Imagination. In this book, I collected more than 150 drawings regarding many different cities. And many of them are connected with this idea of trees and buildings. So one of the first drawing you can see in the book is this one. This is an imagined city in which the trees are growing up bigger than the buildings themselves, and they protect it as a kind of manifesto of the next ecological way to deal with the landscape of city. Or I did this coastline, this imaginary coastline in which trees are part integrated of this imagined landscape. So the contents of the book are very simple. So we have a series of drawings divided by different idea of cities. So we have the city of ground, city of sage, earth, birth, bridge, ornament, and so on. And I will show a few of them. So in the city of sage, I did this 2 drawings about New York and New York public spaces and Central Park. And you can see the idea to work with these 2 different perception of the city. One is an elevation perspective, and the other one is the plan perspective. Or in the city of Earth, I did some drawings about the city of Fez. Have you seen you saw the picture that I showed you before? So the idea to work with these big trees into the ornament of the city of Fez was something that led me to imagine how these trees were connected with the public spaces of the cities, ornaments, life of the cities. And here we have some courtyards into the typical building of Fez. City of landscape, this is an idea of Shanghai city in which I imagine the relationship between buildings and trees, and I did this sketch drawings before going to Shanghai. So sometimes I like to imagine the city before visiting cities, and these are some drawings related to the city of Square. I used this picture of rust metal, and then I started collected many different city landscapes around this rusted picture. And so you can see the city and trees and combination again between cities and trees, and an idea of squares in which these spaces are combined together with this kind of space qualities. And these are 2 drawings of Philadelphia in United States. And there is a small square called Rittenhouse Square, and this square is made by big trees in the center of the square, and then we have these traditional buildings all around the square. So that is these are 2 interpretations of this Rittenhouse Square in Philadelphia. No, I think City of Trees. So there is a chapter of the book in which I explored very well the relationship between buildings and trees. We are in Guangzhou, and here I love the Boulet's architecture, this visionary architecture, in which he put some small trees integrated with big domes and monumental spaces he imagined. So I decided to let trees growing bigger than this huge monuments he imagined. And so I did this drawing, or these other drawing, in which it is not possible to understand where we have drawings by sections, elevations, or so they are, and then again, Guangzhou cities, this relationship between buildings and trees, and then we have this long drawing made by this combination again between buildings and trees. Some other drawings from Cuba. And these are interesting. I love these drawings because I collected some pictures of trunks of trees in many different cities. And then I built the city I wanted to imagine on top of these trunks. So we have Rabat, we have Milazzo in Sicily, Rabat in Morocco. And then I imagined some city of parks. In this case, these are drawings made by Plan. In this case, I imagine cities with this kind of new parks made by this interesting shapes and forms coming from a painter called Capogrossi. Capogrossi was an important Italian painter, and I used that painter to imagine this the cities, or this drawing is a collection of objects. These two drawings come from a novel Trilogy of New York by Paul Auster, in which there was a man collecting objects not used in the city of New York. So I imagine this parks made like this with these objects. And then one of the last drawing of the book is the one of the last chapter of the book is titled City of Time. And in this drawing, I try to interpret what is the consistency of time. And again, there's this interpretation of trees in relationship of cities. And you can see this relationship between, in these drawings, in these imaginative cities. I didn't try to understand the real scale between trees and buildings. My aim was to create a balance between trees and buildings. We don't know which is more important and which element is less important. They stay together and they have a good relationship. And this was my research, and I hope this will be our experience for our workshop. I think I used my time right. Let me know, Javier. It was, I think so.
It is perfect, but Valerio, you have received a message.
Can I try to do? Sorry.
Can you?
Can I try to do one thing very fast? Because I would like to show you what I am doing in no, I don't think it is possible. No, yes, let me see. So I would like to show you what I am doing in Rome at the American Academy, again with this research about city and trees. You can see here a view of Rome, in which I stress the trees over the Rome sections and view. And then I have the big trees here, New York, underground there. And then this big forest connected with the city of Philadelphia. So this is something I really like to imagine and think.
Excellent, Valerio. Thank you so much, but it seems that in exchange for your generosity, a student here wants to show you something.
Okay, I created a video in the previous workshop we had here in Alicante University. So I will just show it with you, and I was it is a little bit similar as your topic. I combined roots of trees with buildings using artificial intelligence to generate this video.
You have to look at Valerio's face.
Love it. Good.
What do you think, Valerio?
That's beautiful. That is the I love it. I am just a little bit envious you are able to use these new technologies to produce this beautiful videos. But I think you learn or you, how to say, you use the conversation we had last time to imagine this kind of relationship in a very strong way.
Well,
that is very interesting.
Thank you so much. We are eager to have you here, and you can see that it will be an amazing workshop. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.